tell these folks your name. Emotional. I don't think they heard you, man. Emotional. Who's the best rapper around? Emotional. Who's the new killer in town?
What's going on, YouTube? I'm Emotional, aka your Sultan of Sexy. You know where the best be is me, can't you see? I'm fresh and so clean. What's going on, yo? We back at it for another Samson video. This is called Price Hike. Now, I wanted to read this thing out loud real quick. We're growing the economy from the middle out and bottom up, lowering costs for hardworking families and making smart investments in America. That's Bidenomics, Joe Biden. Okay. And I seen something at the bottom. It says something about climate. Okay. United Nations climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns. Human activities have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. Okay. All right, let's check out this song, though. Let's see what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe now, baby. Let's vibe. Hit the button, baby.
I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, yet I'm still backpacking. I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, I'm in the same tax bracket. I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, I mean it too. I just say that to say that I'm still down here in the real world, feeling everything with you, and I'm fucking pissed. I got a big bone to pick with all these motherfucking activists. All these.
It's funny how you would think like most rappers are making like hella bread. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they get views and spins and so on and so forth, as far as like Spotify and stuff like that. You would think. But then like I like the fact that he's like honest with us and like is gonna tell us like, yo, like I'm still in the same tax bracket. Like I'm still down here feeling the same stuff as you, brother. Like I'm not pushing Lamborghini trucks, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not flashing these chains, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to do nothing crazy. Like I'm still going through the same stuff y'all going through. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. Hold on, let me bring it back. And also, I like the fact that he's still normal.
Pissed. I got a big bone to pick with all these motherfucking activists. All these rappers and actors and notable figures that act like they know how bad this shit is. I love being lectured and ridiculed about the fact that I don't have an electric vehicle. Tweeting about climate change from your private plane while I pay an arm and leg to get some fuel. Thank God my car doesn't take premium. I'd have to get a second job just to break even. Then they cranked it up $3 and brought it down $2. And I'm supposed to be happy and act like I'm proud of you. And to add to injury, I got Kamala telling me I need to go electric and I have to act quick, and all it's gonna cost me is $50,000. Well, guess what? I don't have that, bitch. And even
I ain't gonna lie, 50 bands, especially now, like that's a lot. Like that is a lot for an electric car, bro. Like who just has like how many of y'all just got 50,000 just sitting somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Me personally, I ain't got 50 bands just sitting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's a lot. Like that's a lot. I think the car that I want is around that, because I want a Ford Explorer. That's just what I like. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's like that's the same price as the car that the truck I want. You know what I'm saying? But also I like the Volkswagen. I ain't even gonna lie. That Jetta is a vibe. I like that too. I ain't gonna lie. I want one of those. But like it gets good gas mileage too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like the older you get, the more that you really start to consider like, yo, like how much am I spending on gas and how are these things impacting me that people are saying and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? It's like it's over time. Like as you get older, you really start to think about stuff. Like the price on gas. It's like you a kid, you think $3. Oh, that's not that bad. You got it, mom. You or dad, you got it. But then it's like when it's your turn, it's like, oh, I see why you didn't get that fancy car now. I see why you didn't get that crazy car that I thought you should have got when we went to the dealership. Like I felt like you should have got this car. Nah, I'm gonna get this one. It's more fuel efficient, and you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not really worried about getting like this crazy lamb truck. You still want something nice that you like, you know what I'm saying? But you don't necessarily be like, I want that with all the gadgets and fancy gizmos and the mug that goes vroom when I start it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need like no crazy, like I used to really be like, oh, I want a G-Wagon, or oh, like it'd be nice to get this. But now I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, that mess overrated in my book. I don't necessarily need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to get a nice car that can get me from point A to point B, something that I like, not me settling for something. That's just how I think. But anyway, yeah, $50,000 for a car is ridiculous, especially like expecting for everybody to go electric. Everybody can't do that. Like, everybody can't do that. Like, come on now. Especially like, because I can only imagine what the minimum wage is in each state. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy. I feel like a big kid now. There's so many things that I've been exposed to and stuff like that. Like, no, 50,000 is a lot. That is a lot. And then like you gotta pay for the stuff with the license plates and do all this extra stuff. Like, you got a lot to. It's a lot. I've learned like it's a lot that goes into buying a car. It's a lot. Like, for folks to just spend 50,000 is a lot. Wow, I never thought I'd be on a soapbox about that. Anyway.
And brought it down too, and I'm supposed to be happy and act like I'm proud of you. And to add to injury, I got Kamala telling me I need to go electric and I have to act quick. And all it's gonna cost me is $50,000. Well, guess what? I don't have that, bitch. And even if I did, I would buy a big truck just to rub it in your face because I don't give a fuck. I would put a big smokestack on the top of it and blow black smoke every time I open throttle it. And it's not because I hate the climate, it's because I don't trust you or the things you wish me to do. I would cut the floor out of the bottom of my car and start running like the Flintstones before I listen to you. I hate when people tell me they would rather not talk about it because they don't like to get political. I cannot afford supply shortages and high mortgages. It's not politics, all this shit is literal. That's money draining out of your bank account to make it work, to the point that it breaks you down and makes you hurt. Paying insane amounts taken out of your savings. They promised that they were gonna save you. How? They made it worse. We should be a flourishing nation, not a country with soaring inflation. There's nothing more infuriating than the fact that nobody takes blame for this poor demonstration. Like, what? It just happened like that? Nothing to do with your administration. You blamed it on Putin and called it his price hike, but shit was going up way before the invasion. Now how does that work? Really, I'm baffled, sick of being treated like a stupid blind asshole. Next thing I know, I'm gonna turn on CNN and they'll be trying to tell everybody that Putin time traveled. Wouldn't put it past them, crooked little rats, so easily and spineless, always looking for a snack, searching for the next reputation to tear apart and trash when the views that you have and theirs aren't exact. They feed you bullshit and expect you to eat it, and they read you bullshit and expect you to believe it, like everything that you witness isn't for certain or real, and you're just supposed to forget all your personal experiences. Like all the money that you spent, you still have the shit. You didn't really spend any of it, you just imagined it. All the cash that you wasted on behalf of this inflation didn't happen. It's just a figment of your imagination and it's all gone.
Bro, first, that ending part, dope. I like how he did that. Two, I like the fact that bro can actually talk about like stuff that's actually going on, and it's like you can actually make it sound dope. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that he can actually make it sound good versus it just being kind of like politics, inflation, like I like the fact that you can actually make it sound dope. But like again, like it's one of them things for me, like I said, like we all got a lot going on. We got a lot going on with our pockets. We got a lot going on just off gas alone could be like a 2-hour like conversation. Like just off buying gas could be a 2-hour conversation. But it's like it's also again like it's just certain people, like we're not in the same tax bracket, brother. Like it's just some, like when he was talking about like rappers and stuff like that, like or how he's not, as a rapper he's made some money off of rap, but he's not like in a higher tax bracket, paraphrasing it. But it's like, one, I like the fact that bro actually doesn't act like he's bigger and better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because he could put out this whole image like, oh yeah, I'm making hella money, or not even say nothing at all and just kind of leave you up in the air with it and just leave it there for assumption. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that also like he talking about stuff that and actually you can tell he's actually well researched. Like, I think that's the right word. He definitely did his homework. But it's like, it's so crazy how like it's not even, is it really politics now that when you think about it though? Is it like, or is it just real life? Like you said, like it's real life. It's not something that we can just avoid. We have to understand that this type of stuff is going on and we can't just run from it. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from the conversation. I think that's one of the things that I've been, a space I've been in, and it's like you can't run from these conversations. It's like no matter what goes on, we still are gonna have to address these issues. It's like no matter what goes on, who says it, whatever. God. But it's like how can I explain it? It's like there's no running from the conversation, so we might as well just deal with it head on. I think that's like the biggest thing that is the thing that I got from this. It's like we got all these conversations we need to have. Let's have them. But we not going to have them, or we just going to try to distract folks and try to find something else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And again, $50,000 for an electric car is insane. And expecting everybody to go electric. Like, what percentage of the population can just be like, okay, who can just do that? Like, really, like, for real, like, what's the percentage of people in the United States that can actually just go electric? Who can do that? I can't. You probably can. I can't. I can't just be like, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm finna go buy a Tesla, or I'm finna go buy an electric car of any whatever company, because everybody got one now. And then it's like, I don't know. It's how do you expect folks to just do that? How are folks just supposed to do that? I don't know. Like, because again, this is just a life thing. Like, I can't, like, my life isn't my life isn't set up to where I can just be like, let's go get an electric car. I can't do that. But anyway, I'm finna go out of here, y'all. Peace, easy, baby. Lay y'all. And I was about to hold up one finger.